Are you a young person, a creative, a content creator, someone who is driven by impact, who wants to build influence and make a difference in life? The truth is, the more you keep pushing, the more you keep getting closer to your goals, it will get to a point where it's as if the world is expecting a whole lot from you, and you're trying to either meet up with the world expectation or the expectation you set for yourself. And in a bid to get to that point, you're going to experience something called feeling overwhelmed. You're going to get to that point where you're feeling like everything is choking and you don't know what to do. And then you're afraid because you feel like everyone is looking up to me. So what do you do when people are looking up to you, where there are a lot of expectations, but within you it seems as if you are choking, it's as if you are drowning? Or what do you do to avoid being overwhelmed and breaking down? That is what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. Alright guys, I go by the name Mark, and yeah, it is M to the A to the C, yeah, and the A-double-N-E. Alright, welcome to the Talk with Mark, and this is your number one stop for productivity and personal development. In case you're stopping by this video for the first time, make sure you subscribe and join the family. As a young person who is pushing to make impact, to build influence, to build income, as a person who wants to make a difference in life, and as a person who wants to be productive and wants to make a difference. The truth is, there'll be certain times in your life when you are going to feel overwhelmed. What do you do when you're feeling overwhelmed so that you don't get to a point when you burn out? Remember, the journey you are on, the journey of impact, is a marathon race. It is not a sprint. So you need your energy, you need your productivity, you need your creativity to keep moving on in this journey, because these things are like the fuel that keeps you burning. So the first thing you need to do, if you are currently at a point when you're feeling overwhelmed, is to acknowledge that you are overwhelmed. Whoo! Yes. Don't keep living in denial and saying, no, I can do all things to Christ that strengthens me. I can do all things to Christ that strengthens me. That is me, oh. One thing, I know I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. But then, you need to see how to strike a balance. Don't keep taking so much more. So by the time where you've said yes to a lot of things and you are now feeling choked, please accept that you're overwhelmed. Yes, accepting it has a way of helping you think of, okay, now that I'm overwhelmed, what next should I do? So first of all, accept you are overwhelmed. The second thing I need you to do after accepting you're overwhelmed is to list out, what are the things making me overwhelmed? Get a paper and begin to write them down. I need to attend to this course. I need to sign up for this. I need to reply this person. I need to speak at this event. I need to create this video. I need to teach at this boot camp. I need to create this course. I need to do this. I need to do this. List them out. Recently, I got to that point when I was overwhelmed. I knew there was a lot on my mind and it was affecting my productivity and creativity, but I couldn't place exactly what it was. So I got my diary, my journal, and then I began to write. Guys, it took me about 30 minutes to keep writing and thinking. And by the time I looked at what I had written, I had about 23 things on my mind as at that time. How can 23 things be on my mind? How do I become productive with having 23 things on my mind? So, writing it down helps me evaluate, help me know what exactly, because it's one thing to know that you're overwhelmed. It's another thing to know what are the things overwhelming you. Okay? So by the time you write them down, you have to still ask yourself, what am I going to do about all this? So after I wrote down everything that was making me overwhelmed, I began to reach out to people and I began to politely say no. So the third thing you need to learn is to learn how to say no in a polite way. Even if they don't understand you being polite, just shout and say no. Yes. Learn how to say no. So what did I do? I stopped accepting so many things. I just said, this month I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to accept any speaking engagement. I just needed to rest. So then look at the things on your list. Reach out to one or two persons. After I looked at the list, I reached out to some person. I was like, sorry, I can't do this. I know I accepted. I said yes, but I'm sorry, I can't do it. I reached out to some of the courses I needed to meet up with, deadlines, assignment. I reached out to the facilitators. I'm like, sorry, at this point I'm feeling overwhelmed. Like every time I want to do this, I can't even think productively. Please, can you give me some time to get myself in order and come back to this? So I reached out to a couple of persons. So it helped me. Okay, but third thing is say no. Number 4 is to speak up and reach out to people who can help you. Speak up, tell people you need help. It's okay to need help. You are not Jehovah Nissi. Even Jesus knew people he was called to. He wasn't called to everyone. So learn to speak up. If there are mentors, if there are friends around you, speak up. And one thing I did, initially I was afraid of speaking up because I felt like, it would be like, you too, or something like that. But then when I spoke up, I discovered people really understood. Okay, when I reached out to some of the courses I was currently signed up for, then I told them, and then they were like, okay, take your time. I cut off some of the courses I knew I couldn't continue. I just had to clear my plate. And by the time I went back to look at my list, from having 22 things, I think I brought it down to having less than 10 things on my list. And those things, I began to focus on them while not accepting more. Because the 5th thing I need you to do if you're currently feeling overwhelmed is to learn how to delegate or outsource. You can't do everything on your own. I know you have a lot of skills. You can write, you can edit video, you can do podcasts, you can do this, you can create graphics design. But then you don't have to do everything by yourself. That is true. So if you have friends that you can delegate to, tell them, help me write this, help me do this, help me do this. And if you have the money, just pay. It's going to help you. So that was something I also did. Delegate and outsource some of the things on your lists. The 6th thing I would want you to do is to have a gratitude list. Sometimes you're going to get to that point where there's a lot to do. You're constantly thinking of what to do, and you forget about what you have done. Having a gratitude list helps you pause and look back from where you were coming from, and then you can see what you have achieved, and it's going to give you the courage to move on. Remember, I said it is a marathon, and you need every strength required to finish strong, and gratitude can be a way where you can draw strength for the journey ahead. So develop a gratitude list and become more thankful for what God has done for you previously, and also thank Him for the future you see, and thank Him for your present state of overwhelmness. But then know that it is a phase and it's going to pass. So gratitude is going to help you condition yourself in the right frame of mind to keep moving. 7th thing for you to do when you're feeling overwhelmed and to avoid burning out, I'm guilty of this, but then it's important, is to rest and have fun. What makes you happy? Someone asked me, Mark Ann, what do you do for fun? And I'm like, what do I do for fun? So I'm asking you, what do you do for fun? For me, sometimes I watch movies. Sometimes I just like to take a stroll, take myself out. And then I think I may not be as funny as that, but I'm learning. So, but try to get as much fun as you can. Watch movies, go out, swim if you can swim, go on a picnic, hang out with friends, whatever it is that makes you happy. Find time to have fun. It is important for the journey ahead. And the final thing I want you to do is to do nothing. Yes. There are times where you just have to do nothing. Like, I know you're always this push to do something, read a book, listen to a message, listen to a music, jog, do something. There are times, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed, learn how to do nothing. Just sit still, stare at the ceiling, count the stars, and do nothing. Yes, do nothing. It is when you do nothing, most times it's a period that you're giving your brain to incubate and prepare you for the next phase. Remember, doing these things is going to help you at your phase of being overwhelmed, and it's going to help you not to burn out. This is for people who are productive. This is not a license for you to now say, oh, any small thing you say I'm overwhelmed, any small thing you say I'm overwhelmed. No. By the time you begin to practice this, you don't need to wait till you're overwhelmed to begin to practice some of these tips. If you see how to inculcate them in your daily activities, then you're definitely going to avoid being overwhelmed. But if you're currently overwhelmed, do any of these 8 things, and it's going to help you not to burn out. It's going to help you regain the energy to come out and serve your community better. Remember, we all need you to survive. We all need you to make impact. We need you to make a difference in the world. And if you are currently making a difference, if you're doing all you can to make impact, I celebrate you. I know that you are doing amazing. I know that the world is counting on you, and I want you not to get discouraged. You may not be seeing the result, but know that even though it tarries, that your dreams are valid. I am rooting for you. Do well to share this video. Drop a comment. Tell me which of the tips you're going to try. And most importantly, subscribe. Please, subscribe. All right, guys. Bye-bye.